And welcome to the stream. This is BraveDave and his buddies. I got Medic Rick with me, and I got Iron Farmer Pat. We're playing tonight on the multiplayer server that we set up for ourselves. We started it yesterday afternoon. We've already bought 3 fields. We've been running that biogas plant like crazy, and we're gonna farm around a little this afternoon for an hour or so. And anybody joins in, welcome. And got any comments? Please comment. Just started this channel up. Just doing it for friends so we can have a live stream and enjoy ourselves. Not a lot of rules, just a good time. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. I'd like to have you to join my group. If you would like to subscribe, feel free to do so. So right now we're on farm 2, field 2. We just bought it. We bought it already planted with soybeans, so it doesn't have any, it hadn't been fertilized but one time. Our yield's not going to be that great off it. And I got Pat down at the BGA plant. He's down there running that thing like crazy. We were making biodiesel, fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. We hadn't bought any cows yet, so we don't have any stuff to make we don't have any slurry, so we can't make any manure right now. Or we're going to try to get the greenhouses up. We're going to try to get everything on this map working as quick as we can. We're going to get all the greenhouses, get cows, sheep, pigs, and we already got the biogas plant running. We're going to get all of the stuff, all the forestry stuff going. We're going to do all the wood chips. I guess they make pallets or planks down there. Of course, you got your regular logs to sell, and I believe there's a table plant down there. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time with this. We've been playing this map for about a week now, and I've gone through all of the series of the updates by Stevie, and I'd say this last update he has on it, I guess it's V1003. It is fantastic. I have found no bugs in it. So much to do. If you've done a lot of farming and you want extra things to do, he's got it in here, and he does a nice job of setting it up. So, and you don't have to add a lot of mods that way. You just play the map pretty much the way he's got it. So I'm going to be quiet for a while and just do some farming with the guys. Have a good time tonight. Pat just asked me if we wanted to get another trailer for the compost plant. Yeah, Pat, whatever you want to do. It's you think you need another trailer down there, get it. You gonna get one kind of like what we had? Which one you want to get? You get the Joskin or? Okay. It works pretty good, especially since we hadn't had the money to buy 18 wheelers yet. And you can use that if you just want to get it and not buy one right now. You can use that forage harvester to move compost. But if you want a trailer just to set down there, get what you need. Look at the map here and see what we got. Where we're at. I kind of lost track of it overnight. Hey Pat, we may need to fertilize that grass on field 5 again if you get a chance. So no hurry. And in field 3, when it pops, we're going to need to fertilize it too. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, look at field 5 and just see if the grass, make sure it's going to take the fertilizer. I'm sure it will because we planted it last night. We sped up the time so we could start during daylight today, so I'm sure it's ready. You were last night when we left off, we wanted to, weren't we trying to get the sprayer? Yeah, let's get that sprayer. If you got anything to sell down there, Pat, why don't you sell some compost or whatever you got and get enough money and go buy that New Holland sprayer so we won't have any crop destruction. Or just whatever, won't me and Rick get through with this field, we'll need something to do anyway. No, we're doing soybeans. I don't have a lot of experience live streaming. I've just started streaming when we were, how I got the idea to do it. I got a couple of other buddies that ask me questions from time to time, and instead of logging in their computer and trying to do things or showing them or playing multiplayer when our mods don't match up, I would just stream my farm and we could kind of work. Could show them how I do things, and it sure has made it nice. The streaming has kind of been just a way for me to add to the game. You know, it's just something extra to do. You got a good PC, and I got 3 monitors, and so I got plenty of room. Really have enjoyed it. Yeah, y'all can't hear the live stream, but Rick just said he likes the multiplayer a lot better because of just the interaction. Different from, we have an opportunity evening to play multiplayer. It's fun. Break from the single player stuff. I don't have the audio set up where you hear the guys in the stream. I don't understand to do that. I'm gonna study it up tonight or tomorrow. So the next time we live stream, we will have our audio up where you can hear the guys and they can hear themselves, because basically we're doing this for ourselves. We can play it back to our grandkids or kids, and they think it's cool anyway. That compost made some money, man. That's why this map is so fun. You just got so many ways to make money and make it fun. Get it. Get it. Whenever you get ready. Rick, you're just joining this farm for the first time. We only have 3 tractors. We got the two. We sold all the equipment and then bought the disc and the things that we wanted to use in this game, and we bought. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Actually, we didn't buy any tractors. We sold the Massey Ferguson and kept the other tractors, and then we sold all the other equipment and bought a new seeder, a new disc. Uh, really just bought land after that. So we bought. Oh yeah, we bought a new. Just bought a new sprayer, and then we upgraded our forage wagon to the 50,000 liter wagon, so we could pick our straw up. So initially, what we did, the first thing we did on the stream, we did field 5, picked that straw up, and immediately took it to the biogas plant and dumped it there, and started making the digestate, is how I pronounce it, and then we took the digestate, put it into the biogas and fertilizer plant. We started making diesel, and the minute we got diesel, we saved 2 loads of straw and went down to the compost plant. And at the compost plant, we put it in there, and we had the diesel, and the deal started it up, brought the compost back, and sold it at the BGA, started a cycle. So it's never stopped. It's just cycling. You're getting your biodiesel that you need to run your compost in your tractors, and you can sell your surplus. And then we're getting the liquid fertilizer that we're fixing to start putting in the sprayer. We can drive our sprayer down there to the liquid fertilizer bins and load it up, and then we're selling we load it. We bought a big fertilizer spreader, the granular fertilizer spreader, and we loaded it. So we really haven't bought anything but seed since we started. This farm is it's a farm. I mean, it's just, you're making everything you need here, Makes it fun. Yeah, we went ahead and sold the canola last night for extra money, but we're not trying to make any TMR or any pig feed right now, because we're just trying to get. We just got this 3rd field bought, and we planted field 5 in grass, so we're gonna run our. I think the way we're going to do it, field 3, we're going to run only crops that have straw on it, your barley or your wheat, so we get the straw, so we can continue to recycle the straw. And then on this field, we're going to run our protein grains, like our granola, soybeans, and sunflowers. And at one point, we're going to get several cuttings of grass off of field 5. Then we're going to jump in there and throw some sugar beets in there and do 1 sugar beet harvest, and you'll get about 250,000 liters of sugar beets off that one field. And then that's got you covered for making feed for a while. Then you can start making your feed. We're going to buy some cows first. We're going to buy the cows first because we want to start getting the liquid manure. Also, that way we can get our greenhouses started, because we need compost and manure for that. and water. Yeah, you have free water on this map. Yep. Back it down in the creek like you're saying. And yeah, we're not a big fan of that weeder. He asked me if we're doing any of the weeding instead of fertilizer. Now we're putting a solid fertilizer down, granules, and plowing it in, and then cultivating, and then putting the seeder, using the seeder for loading the seeder with seed and fertilizer, and then we're using that to plant our crops. And then after it pops, we get back on top of it with the I'm trying to say, this big sprayer, the big New Holland sprayer, and then that way we don't do any crop destruction. We got crop destruction turned off right now, but I meant to turn it on in the server, and we're missing another mod on the server. We need a chopped straw. The chopped straw will make this like the grains in your straw for whatever that you're dropping on the ground. It gives it more texture, makes it look better. And Stevie recommended that on this map, to use the chopped straw mod, but we threw it together. We only have like, I looked on that deal, we only have like 13 mods in it. That's kind of some kind of world record for me. Usually we're, yeah. And then okie doke. Pat was just saying he's going down there to get the sprayer and fill it up down at the BGA plant. Yeah, I apologize, guys. I meant to had my short circuits helping me set up all my stuff. He helped me today with some of my chat stuff that I didn't know how to do. I meant to ask him how to voice y'all into the stream, but I didn't. And this weekend, Short Circuit said that he wanted to do some live streaming this weekend, so I told him I'd jump in and help him. And if you are available, we'll may jump on his server. Rick, if you're going to be in town over here this weekend, you're going to be in and out. You ought to throw your controls in. You can use one of my computers. Roger that. We'll have time. We'll figure out something. We'll have time for a live stream on this farm this weekend. That's cool. Rick was just telling me, y'all can't hear it, but Rick was just telling me that he got his kitchen pass for farm sim night once a week. It'll be fun to watch this farm develop into every aspect of it working. On my single player, I got one of the BGA bunkers, one of the silage bunkers full, and I did it using course blade. Now that's going to be a lot of fun doing it without the course play, because that silage is hard to level. I've been watching Moose and some of the guys do it. They're getting pretty good at it now. It takes a little practice. Well, in Farm Sim 15, you ran your silage down through the middle of the bunker, and it kind of self-leveled. And all you had to do was get on top of it and compact it. Well, this stuff in Farm Sim 17, this silage, when you run it into the bunker, it's like baby powder. I mean, it's just, you had to push it and level it and then compact it, and you get humps. It's rough. It's a big challenge in the game. And what you bought one of the attachments. He's asking me what kind of equipment I'm using to do it. They have an attachment in the game. It's a leveler, and it goes behind the tractor. Right. Yeah, the leveler's more or less like it's almost like a blade on a grade awl, like a road grader. It goes up and down, but not quite as easy to use. It's just that it's the what am I trying to say? It's the dynamics of the game, how it operates. I mean, you just don't have a feel for it. I don't. But you know what I've been doing in the games is just take it like you got a wide bunker. I back my 18-wheeler in there and take my GPS and dice it up into sections, and then I back my trailer as far in as I can, and say I'm on the far right, and I hit the unload button, and I pull forward at 3 miles an hour, and do this, just move over, so you know you can get like 4 in that wide bunker. You can get about 4 18-wheeler trailer widths in there. So just do 1 2 3 4, and then get my tractor and get up on it, and try not to hit it with anything, and get humps in it, and just pack it down and get it in compaction, and then do that again until it gets too tall that I'm sticking my 18-wheeler, and then I just tarp it and call it good. And it works. But that course play is fun when in the bunker. Yeah, I saw that, Pat. I saw that new sprayer that comes through. Pretty cool. Yeah, we've been playing this thing. We started this thing about noon yesterday. We played it nearly till midnight last night, and then we just started it up. So, you know, we're really made a lot of progress. Yep. Yeah, Rick just asked me, is it better is it better to go around and cut around your fields or plant a grass field? And my opinion is plant a grass field because you'll get the way I believe the game's set up. The grass that's just normally out there is just 30% of the capacity of a field, because on the field you just plant grass, you get 30%. If you do the 3 coats of fertilizer, you get 90%, and if you have a plowed field, you get another 10%. So you'll get 100% yield. So you'll pick up 70% more by planting it in a field. So that's kind of the way I like to do it. And then you have it under a controlled atmosphere. You know how much you do it one time, you know how much you're going to get. You can do the calculations on it. Say field 5, I was getting about 250,000 liters off of field 5 in my single player game. And I could kind of calculate how much feed I needed and how much grass I needed when I was using that. I was using the grass early in the game to make my silage. Now I've got chaff, but it's more of a controlled farming atmosphere. It's kind of like a regular farmer sitting there and planting hay grass or some kind of grass that he was going to use, or switchgrass or something like that he was going to use in his process. He actually knew what he was going to get. But last night, with that said, if you need more grass, you can always go mow around the fields and pick that grass up, and it's free, if you get behind or something. So in Farm Sim 15, it didn't matter. And also in Farm Sim 15, if you planted your field in grass, you lost your field. You couldn't do anything with it. You had to go replow the field. And the grass in this game is just another crop. So that's why in my mind I got it as like a hay grazer, like when I used to plant hay grazer when I had a few cows where I used to live. Instead of counting on the native grass, would just disc it up, plant hay grazer in it, fertilize it. Oh yeah, yeah. Fertilizer in the field and a grass field works the same as the crops. Okay, Pat. Man, I wish I'd have got y'all cut into the live stream. We'll have that fixed tomorrow. Well, it's easier, it's a lot easier when you're in a single player. I've done I've done one tutorial on the BGA plant, and you're just kind of talking to the screen. And it's tough, man. And my hat's off to Moose and Ian Robinson and all those guys, man. Those guys are so good. I've learned so much from those guys. And you're all supportive. They're good people. And they've even made the comment that it's easier to do it multiplayer. Yeah. And also, what happens, a lot of the guys don't cut their guys into the live stream, and they're reading chat or they've got a private live voice deal going on right now. So I think it's better when you have everybody cut in. All right, you empty? Hey Rick, if you want to, what would be a good thing to do after you put that up would be to find our fertilizer spreader, grab one of these tractors, and lay down some granular fertilizer. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it with that. Yeah. And I will, yeah. If you'll do that, I'll jump into Challenger, and I'll get the disc, and I'll start disking that field behind you. Put it in the, as you pull in, put it in the barn down here on the end. Green. Try to keep everything down here in the lower yard. I think I'm doing it in my single player. I was putting it in special places up in the barns. You can't see it. It just looks it just feels lonely in the single player. It seems warmer when you have all your equipment down here in the bottom where you can see it. By the way, if anybody's listening or whatever, we're playing this on normal mode and added no money into the game. So I knew that there'd just be 3 of us, and there's sometimes if you're established multiplayer channel or whatever, like those guys will put extra equipment in for the deal. But I knew that it's just gonna be basically family and friends playing here, so that's what we did. If anybody was wondering. Yeah, just hold your space bar button. You can turn the drive control off. I'm the one that uses it. Do you use drive control, Rick? Yeah. Yeah. Pat doesn't have a joystick set up like me and you, where we use it to shift gears. Rick, what we're going to try to do, since Stevie, he kind of gave you a launching path on these farms with this entry area. So pretty much on all of the fields we'll start right there where you see the little brown spot. So now go east. Yeah, I think that's east. No, north. That's north. Okay, I'll stay out of your way. Now after we get this farm going, what I like to do is we put before we plow, like I'm fixing to do, we'll throw the solid manure down and disc it in. Like that's almost like you're had a soil using a soil mod where you would disc in the fertilizer, put moisture down into the ground. Or maybe yeah, I like this disc. Rick was just saying that he has it on his single player, he likes it. Big Mac 73 turned me on this plow. I've had a real similar plow, and Moose and them used it on their multiplayer in Field Farm Sim 17. I mean 15. Rick, I like it when there's two people working in the same field. It gives it a lot better, gives the game more character. Yeah, yeah, you're right. True to life, but also just if you play single player a lot, it just gets lonely. You're thinking, well, why am I farming all this stuff? There's nobody to eat these crops. It's been a nuclear holocaust. There's nobody around. so, so, so I try to set up course play when I'm in a field, and I'll set a tractor up in front of me in course play so I don't feel so lonely. That's sad. When you're old and retired like me, if the fish aren't biting, you're playing farm sim. So 90% of the time you're playing farm sim. It gets lonely. And that's why I wanted to, a guy the other day that I farm with, and I mostly play Ark with him, Adam, and he said, man, you got this good computer, you got 3 monitors, you're capable of doing it. Why don't you do a little bit of streaming and do some videos for nothing else, for your friends and family? It just adds another dimension to the game. And I said, well, I don't know why I'm doing it. I have no idea. I think it was that it's just kind of intimidating. You work so hard to learn how to do the game, and then you think you know what you're doing, and then you put it out there in front when somebody else is looking at it. It's just but it's one thing I have learned about farm sim. There is a lot of different ways to do it, and everybody does it different. There's really no right or wrong way. It's just how your personal feelings are, whether this is realistic or not. Some people are real anal about it. It's kind of funny. Like, okay, I get you. Oh yeah, you don't play realistic. Okay, yeah. Well, in a realistic, you can be. I find multitudes of things are not realistic. It's just the game is not always realistic in the way it's done, but it's just a fun game. It's fun just planning ahead and trying to figure out what you're going to do next. You don't have to worry about some dinosaur jumping over your back and biting you. Pat, I don't know. I don't know how much older you are than me. What year were you born? Nobody's gonna hear it on the live stream. You're 2 years older than me. Yo, geezer. Well, Pat, at least he didn't say it's all in your mind. Okay, I was muted. I'm sorry. I was muted. Can you hear me now? Pat, when you pull up the map on field 5, how many layers is it? Dark blue? The darkest blue now? We don't own a cultivator. We got to. Yeah, I don't want to do that. But yeah, we can. But here's the issue: when you just use this, I'm not sure. The other day I dissed it, and then I planted it. Anyway, I went back to use the. I needed to use a hired hand, and it didn't recognize the field being in perfect sequence. So we want to get a cultivator. I don't know how much that cultivator is. I don't know how much product we have to sell, but we really need to sell enough product to buy that big cultivator. Pat, how much is that big cultivator? Do you know? Remember? You're out. Cool, Pat. Pat was just saying that in field 5 that we're got our 3rd layer fertilization on it, and we planted it with grass, so we'll get a good yield. We need that grass. Yeah. Yeah, you need to go log in as administrator so you can see the money. Okay, what you just got your SouthTech side panel, hit number 1, and then take your mouse and thumb through the pages, the top pages, until it comes administrator. You'll see a blue little dialogue deal in the middle of the screen. Type in the password. Same password as you used earlier. Is there any compost left down there to sell? Okay. Rick, if you want to grab one of those trailers and go down to the BGA plant and sell the fertilizer. We need to get right at 100,000 to buy that. Yeah, that'll work, Pat. Sure can. And Pat was just saying he's liquid fertilizer. He's got 25% left in that big New Holland sprayer. And the fertilizer we got as a byproduct of the biodiesel plant. That's really helping us. It means Rick was saying he's got a red M down in the bottom of his right hand side where steering wheel's not acting right. He's got the red M. Click on M and that will free that steering wheel up. Man, that's why we need y'all cut into the stream. There's a lot of things like that needs to be heard. So if people are listening, they can. Oh yeah, that happened to me the other day. I didn't know how to fix it. Yeah, guys, there's not much that can go wrong that hasn't gone wrong on me. If I said that right. If it can be messed up, I've messed it up. Yeah, Pat, we put one layer down. We're going to cultivate it now behind me, and then we're going to seed it with the fertilizer, and then we're going to spray it. Yeah, I wish these live streams would let the camera jump to y'all's tractors, where it wasn't just all about the tractor I'm in. Yeah, we get enough equipment bought. We get some of these larger fields. We'll get in there with 3 tractors plowing and disking and skipping rows and all that stuff. That's cool. Using this GPS mod. Man, I like this Challenger tractor. At first I liked the ones with tracks on it a whole lot better, and I've gotten used to this articulating one. I like it. My favorite tractor in Farm Sim 15 was that. What was that tractor? The articulating tractor. It's the 9630 or something like that. You know, the big John Deere mod. Yeah. Good deal, Pat. Pat was just telling me he's got the sprayer filled up and ready to go for the next round. We all jump in that biogas plant after we get this field done, do all the chores in there, and we're going to jump up probably another $300,000. Yes, sir. Rick's taking a load of compost to the BGA. It ought to get us over the hump. If the compost plant's down, Pat, you may want to go down there and see what's going on with it when you make your rounds. It's either out of diesel or out of straw. Oh, it's still making? Okay, cool. You just took all the resources out of the holding pit. I don't know. We may try to, when it comes time to add, we probably need to add eventually, if you guys want to use the articulating tractors for the plowing and cultivating, we may want to add a 9630 John Deere. You like that case articulating tractor you said, Rick, or you like that New Holland's got a nice one too. Oh yeah. Uh, I like the track Challenger on the Cedar and and top out the horsepower on it, because that modded Cedar that I'm using, it'll run 15 mile an hour if you got the horsepower maxed out on it. Uphill too. You know, it's nice. Rick, you know what? That's a graphics issue with that. I saw that the other day. That's just a multiplayer kind of a, what the guys are saying on our the hose that goes at the biogas plant to your trailer to dump off on your universal tanker. The hose stays connected the whole time, so you drive around and the hose is basically following you around. Hey, Rick, if you want to, go buy that cultivator and bring it down here and start cultivating. Roger. And then I'll follow. Yeah, a 14.5 meter. And I'll let you get a couple passes ahead of me, and I'll fall behind you on the Cedar. I got a row and a piece left. No, we don't have one. You can pull it. You can get by in that fence. We haven't earned enough money to buy another Challenger. But I'll switch with you. I'll let you use it. Once you use the Challenger, when you bring that down here, you need a Challenger for that. That'll work. We need to take that fin over there and see if we got the horsepower turned all the way up on it. I'll check that when I switch tractors with you. Okay, hit shift 3 until you've cleared all of that stuff up. What that means, that's when you got the 2 green arrows on your cruise control settings in your bottom right corner, what that is telling you that cruise control is set to follow the the speed of the tractor that it's trailing, or the combine it's trailing. It works great in single player, like when you're following a hired uh, following a hired combine. If you hit shift 3, you can go through the modes on course play. I mean, not on drive control that control the cruise control. One of them is that when your piece of equipment is 100%, that it stops, or when it's fertilizing the equipment that you're behind, say you're fertilizing, when it goes to 0%, it stops automatically. So you can almost make the drive control work as well as you do as a hired hand or course play. Maybe it's a piece of it, you know. Yeah, I'll get a hold of my old buddy Short Circuit tomorrow. He's my tech support, and get him to help me set up the voice. I've forgotten all about it. I definitely don't want to be the only one talking on our strings. Well, I don't have the, you know, if somebody else is talking and it's heard on the stream, then you can carry conversations in all different directions. If you're the only one talking, it's hard to keep a conversation going. We've been streaming now for an hour, and I think as rookies, that's probably a pretty good length of a stream. We'll shut the stream down, and this weekend when we do the other stream, we'll have all the voice activated, and maybe a little bit more interesting if someone ever decides to join in with us. Or, I mean, I've gotten quite a few views of after it's posted later of the short ones we've done so far. So I got some more friends and family I want to tell about that can join in with us, make this fun. It's ready for the cultivator. You want the Challenger? Here, take the Challenger. You want to enjoy the Challenger, don't you? Okay, let me take it. All right, guys, that's it for the stream tonight. If you watch it in archives, I hope you enjoy it. Please leave a comment. If you like, hit that like button if you like it. If you don't like it, hit it too. Not gonna hurt our feelings. And looking for people to subscribe and get to know and enjoy farming with you. This is BraveDave signing off. See you next one. you, you know what? It's just fun. It's fun when you got people involved with you in it. And if it does, does. I mean, like it's no bloody nose if it doesn't. I think we'll just get better and better. I mean, both of you guys talk pretty good in the stream. If they could hear what y'all are saying, there's really good information being spread. And that's all I'm interested in is just spreading some good information and not being a smartass about it. And not knocking the map, not knocking farm sim, and just being negative about everything. You know. Not worried. The last thing to do is worried about making any money. If you need money, you need to be. If I needed to make money tonight, I had to go to 7-Eleven to make more money. Yeah, yeah. I told Connie, I said if I thought my lungs would hold up to it, I'd go up to I'd take my travel trailer, my, my fifth wheel in my truck, and go up to Montana, Wyoming, where that or they start down in Oklahoma and they end up in Wyoming. Those farmers that do all the wheat, all they do is travel to field to contractors. I'd hire on one of them guys and go do it for the summer just for the hell of it. Might be the last thing I ever did. Well, it's true. I told everybody, when you early in life, I've always thought that when I retire, got enough money, I'd like to just get a small farm and farm. That's what I'd like to do. Just like the aspect of it. Well, hell, this this is a lot cheaper than a small farm, and I'm enjoying it. So what the hell? None of my family criticizes me for doing it. They understand. Well, I've owned cows. I've owned cows most all my life up till about the last 10 years. And my luck with cows is I'd have one or two good years and I'd have five bad. And and and, and it was like you needed a part-time job, a full-time job to support the cows. And I sold it and bought me a Harley, and that was it. Did you? Indians. I've had. Yeah, it's fun. I used to team rope when me and Connie first got married. I team rope for about 4 years. Steer rope. And man, that shit was just too expensive. Man, dude. Steer trips? Bulldogging? No, I've never. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, last time I was on the cutting horse, I remember making about three three cuts, and the next thing I know, I was eating dirt. I said, I'd rather bull ride. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just had to you had to anticipate their moves. You know, that's what you have to do. You have to stay a little ahead of them. If you get behind, you're in trouble.